Buddy, welcome. Thank you for being here. So, in this session, we're going to be talking about offers, and the word offers is so big and so dominant that we can spend like maybe then more than 2 months or 3 months just talking about different aspects of offers. But for today's purpose, we're going to be talking about the pillars of how to craft an offer. These are the elements that you will need to include into your offer so that you know exactly to make it easy for yourself on how you can structure your offer so you don't get lost speaking about different things and doing different things. So you know exactly where you're going and how you are going about it. So without further ado, let me go and share my documents with you. So the first thing that we are trying to do when we are crafting an offer, the first element we want to add and include is talk about the backstory. The backstory is immensely important because it speaks about what this offer is coming from and how it did happen. So this is really important to speak about the backstory. So normally it speaks about how did this offer comes to light and why are you selling this offer. This is an incredibly useful piece that 90% of people don't do. So this, if you can include the backstory, that really will help immensely move your offer and let people want to know more about it. Next is problems and outcomes. So you want to make sure when you are putting your offer together, you want to make sure that you are speaking about the problems and the outcomes. So what problems does this offer solves? What result can people expect to see? In what time frame? Time frames are difficult to say, but very powerful when done correctly. The time frame here that they speak about is the fact that you, when you talk about your offer, you say, okay, you can lose 50 pound in 90 days, within 30 days or within 90 days. So this, when you phrase it exactly and you give a time frame to your offer, generally it gives it more credibility because people understand exactly that they're going to achieve that goal within that specific time frame. Next is the inclusion. Inclusion is really important, and this is the bread and butter. So you want to make sure that you are breaking down the core product into each element by unpacking your product into specific components and by listing each item and what it does help. So this is very, very important. So inside the offer, you don't just talk about, well, I have a product. We're going to be speaking, by the way, we're going to be speaking about this very specific points in the next video, where we're going to be speaking about the minimum viable offer and how to unpack and how to repackage your offer. So it's a two kind of sessions combined in one. So the idea is that you want to make sure that you are, if you are providing, for example, Facebook ads, then you want to make sure that you can't just say, well, you're going to be able to learn how to do Facebook ads. You want to talk about the different aspects of the course that you're going to be providing. So you're going to be able to learn how to do the how to use X and Y. You're going to be able how to use other people's audience. I'm just speaking off the top of my mind. So you want to make sure to unpack each single aspects of your offer and speak about it and give some sort of concise explanation of the benefit that people will gain from it. Next is adding a list of bonuses. Every product create a series of new problem. Your goal is to list those problems, then get a solution for them. So I'm talking here about repackaging offer. We're gonna be, as I mentioned, we're gonna be in next video. We're gonna be speaking about exactly how to repackage your offer and how to prepare a minimum viable offer. This is just a small synopsis of actually how to do it. So the list of bonuses is basically you want to make sure that you are understanding what your core offer does and what problem does it solve. Once you identify and you define the core problem does it solve, then the next step is to go and understand and define the list of problems that core offer solves, the list of problems that create, because understand that with every problem that we create, we solve, we create a series of other small tiny problems, and those small tiny problems, that's what we want to go list them and give them, add them as make, give solution to them and add them as a bonus so we can increase the high perceived value. Next is what are they getting and how does this link to solving the specific problem. This is where you break down your affiliate products, add on your complementary resources bonuses. So this is, again, so just elaborating on what we just mentioned. The next element, which is highly important, is de-risking. De-risking is probably the most important aspects in your offer, and it needs to be done with the very smartly, because most of programs out there, you are not able to guarantee the results because you are not the one who provide the who does the work. You are only providing the information, and it's up to the person to implement. But if you can give some sort of de-risking, then that will help in decrease the that fear of risking paying for something that is not gonna give money. And we do that by first, this is where we start to handle objections and remove all the risk of our prospect. This can be guarantees, split payments, refund policies, and anything in between. Anything that can, or you can be you know, you dedicate yourself to work with the person for an open end period of time until they get results. It can be anything of that nature, just to make people feel that they are not risking anything. This proves confidence in your offer, shows that you are willing to take on the risk for yourself. Lastly is a reason to act now, and this can be through an urgency, scarcity, like limited spot or price bump, or it can be highlighting the cost of inaction. Both of these are very important. You can either highlight scarcity or limited spot or price. Let me underline them. Or price bump, or you can speak about the cost of inaction. Both of these, they go and speak to the fear, and they get people to want to act on the spot. As you can see, there is a lot more of crafting a killer offer than just adding in stuff. Trust me, with these 5 pillars done correctly, you will be closing multi-$1,000 sales in handful of messages. Me and my mentor have been using this for a long time and closed some serious money. So this is just a quick testimonial here. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this session. If you want to know more, please make sure to join me inside the Council of CEOs, inside the Facebook group, or inside the LinkedIn. All right. So with that being said, have a great day, and I look forward for your questions, comments below. Doesn't matter, good, bad, or ugly. Have a great day. Bye-bye.